2021. Why don't we start it out with the biggest public plays? There's really nothing significant in the NBA as far as percentage of bets. Really, the only thing of minor note, 54% of the public likes underdog Memphis in the NBA, and because they are getting 5 points, that's fairly significant because the public, as you probably know, generally likes to bet on favorites. The LA Clippers, though, have 95% of the money, so from a money standpoint, that is a pretty overwhelming consensus bet. We'll take a look at college basketball, the biggest public moves of the day. As always, a couple of added rotation games, each with 75% of the bets, NC Central and Morgan State. After that, again, not really anything to write home about. As far as the money is concerned, though, 98% of the money is on West Virginia against Iowa State. 91% of the money on BYU against San Diego State. So the usual road favorites that the public loves to bet. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Free picks. We got who are the best teams to bet on in college basketball. All that and more is coming up. The bet at Trinity's on fire again. Everyone won last night. Joe Duffy's picks, Stevie Vincent, Master Lockline, the greatest college basketball start ever. The Stevie Vincent is in the midst of the greatest NBA run in history. History is being made, and again, it's not a fluke. We told you because of the influx of onshore sports books in each state, you got more squares betting than ever before. So the sharp versus square dichotomy is as big as it's been since the 1980s. Take advantage, by the way, massive sale on Stevie Vincent today at offshoreinsiders.com. Your free pick is to go with Utah and Detroit to go under the 218. Now, the truth is I don't like to give away too many hints with, there's so much software out there that people can store their own stuff, but a lot of our stuff is counterintuitive. When there is a line or total that's counterintuitive, usually, as they say, listen to what the odds makers are telling you. This game steamed into the system, essentially. The total dropped and it steamed into a system. That's why it's not really a premium play. There are some risks to chasing steam, although there are certainly some circumstances where it's good to chase steam, and this would be one of them. But we do have a math total based on each team's last 10 games that goes under 372, 234, and 21. Utah and Detroit to go under the total is your free pick. Who have been the best teams to bet on this year? These rankings are based on ATS margin, how much a team covers by. So again, if a team is on average laying 10 points and they're winning straight up by an average of 15 points, then they would be a +5. Colgate is 5-3 this year against the spread, but covering by an average of 10.2 points per game. Drake finally lost. They're 14-1 against the spread, 9.5. Morehead State 13-4 by 8.6. Wright State, though only 10-7, they're covering by an average of 7.4. UC Riverside is 8-3-1 by 7.2. Loyola of Chicago, a great dark horse team, by the way, for those of you who like futures bets. Loyola Chicago 12-3-1, covering by an average of 7.1 points per game. Weber State 8-2 by an average of 7 points per game. Now, here have been the best teams to bet against. Eastern Michigan is 2-7 against the spread this year, failing to cover by an average of 10.1. Boston University, that is, 2-6, -9.2. Mississippi Valley State, perhaps the worst team in Division I. I'm just talking about overall. I mean, they may be the worst team in Division I. Mississippi Valley State, they're 4-11, -9.2 points per game. Iowa State, 3-8, -9. Northern Illinois, 2-10 at -8.6. Yeah, Michigan State, boy, have they been a disappointment. We know that. 3-11 by -8.1. Long Beach State, 3-5, -7.5. McNeese State, 3-7-1, -7.4. Eastern Illinois, they've been atrocious. They've only covered 3 times in 18 line games, or 3-15, although not quite as bad as far as margin. So they're kind of, getting there fairly close. They're 3-15, but -7.2 points per game. So their spread record is among the worst in the country. In fact, really is the worst in the country, but their spread margin, not so much. Air Force 5-10, failing to cover by an average of 7.1 points per game. Here are the biggest line moves, according to offshoreinsiders.com, where you get the best vetted sports books. In the NBA, Brooklyn open up as a 1-point favorite to the LA Clippers. They're now a 1.5-point underdog. And that's really about it as far as NBA is concerned. College basketball, although Maryland opened up as a 1-point underdog to Purdue, they're now a 2.5-point favorite. Speaking of Maryland, Loyola Maryland opened up as 1.5-point favorite to Navy, or as Oscar Dooley would like to say, the Navy. However, now Navy is a 2.5-point favorite. Jacksonville State was a 1-point underdog to Eastern Kentucky. They're now laying 2. And Ohio was a 7-point favorite to Central Michigan. They open up. They're now laying 9. Toledo opened up as a 7.5-point favorite to Akron. They're laying 5.5. And that's about it as far as significant line moves. Make sure if you do like our stuff, you do literally like us, give us a 5-star review wherever you are listening. And, retweet us if you can. Comment. Remember, we're also brought to you by Duffy Scents. That's as in the, scent, SCENTS, DuffyScents.com and DuffyGifts.com. Please check them out. Various tremendous gifts for your Valentine. You want to make your Valentine happy? You can do that. Get great products as well as showing your support for your sports betting podcast.